If you've ever had this feeling that something was terribly wrong with the world that we live in, but you couldn't figure out just what it was, then you've come to the right place. Secret societies, mystery religions, and the Illuminati have been controlling our reality since the beginning of time. But not anymore, because there is an awakening happening, and you are about to become a part of it. Wake up, because this is a call for an uprising.
Today, we celebrate our Independence Day.
This is a call for an uprising. Welcome to today's show. USA, USA, USA. I know you're all proud to be Americans here on the Independence Day of the 4th of July or whatever in the world people celebrate it for is beyond me. But sure, let's celebrate our non-independence today. Of course, culminating with the year 1776 and the birth of the Illuminati. With the year 1776 and the Declaration of Independence. Yet none of us have any independence. All we have here in America is dependence on Big Brother. Well, that's what the zombies have. So, while we celebrate, we need to remember all the wonderful things that we have here. And somebody might listen to this and say, "Call, America, love it or leave it." Well, if I could get a visa somewhere else, I would go really fast, okay? But unfortunately, you're not allowed to go, okay? And secondly, you have to be jabbed to enter any other country now, and that's probably not going to be happening anytime soon for me. So let's just celebrate what we have here. So I decided for Independence Day, I wanted to put this together for all of you to play with your family members, enjoy, take a break from all the seriousness in today's world. Have some hot dogs, have some soy burgers, and enjoy America, home of the land of the free, home of the brave, because we have so many brave people, especially the prideful ones. But anyway, let's take a look here. I made a video for all of you to celebrate your non-independence.
Hello, everybody. Happy Independence Day weekend to you, 4th of July weekend. Hope y'all are all doing okay and celebrating. Try a little patriotic song here. If tomorrow all the things were gone I'd worked for all my life, and I had to start again with just my children and my wife, I thank my lucky stars to be living here today, 'cause the flag still stands for freedom, and they can't take that away. And I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the ones who died and gave that right to me. And I gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today, 'cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA. From the lakes of Minnesota to the hills of Tennessee, across the plains of Texas, from sea to shining sea, from Detroit down to Houston, and New York to LA, there's pride in every American heart, and it's time we stand up and say that I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. I won't forget the ones who died and gave that right to me. And I gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today, 'cause there ain't no doubt I love this land.
Isn't that really cool that I did that for everybody? Yep. We are so lucky to be here. Yes, and hopefully sooner or later I'll start getting... Oh, wait, I already am taxed on my video. Right, so this land of the free where you own land and you get taxed on that. You get taxed to breathe air soon. You get taxed to pick your nose. I mean, you name it, you're taxed on it. But that's not even the biggest thing because who really cares about that? In hindsight, all the other stuff going on. You know, they spray weed killer in your food and the FDA approves it. They want to jab up your kids. You got to socially distance. Let's see. We have monuments of the Washington Monument for starters, the obelisk, Bell Shaft at 666. You got of course, the Baphomet Monument, but that has nothing to do with Big Brother, except for the fact that they allow them to have that here in this country, and, you know, that's a problem. We also have all these other things like Planned Parents. We've got the children getting read to at the library by the trans. I mean, this is just wonderful, right? Could you imagine people 100 years ago? They said, what's the expression about rolling over in your grave? I don't even know if they're rolling over in their grave. I think they're getting out of their grave and they're digging the hole another 6 feet deeper so they could get away from this even further. I mean, holy moly. But it's our Independence Day, so have your soy burger, right? Get all excited to hang out with your friends. Of course, make sure you're still socially distancing. And if you haven't been jabbed yet, you shouldn't be out near anyone because you'll be potentially a carrier that can affect the people who are jabbed today. So please be very careful of that, all right? That would be horrible. Or should I say, be careful of the people who have gotten it. You don't want them to shed on you. I mean, shed any light on why this day is so important, July 4th. And of course, we missed the deadline, the quota of 70%. But don't worry, I'm keeping the real updated stats here and letting everyone know about what's really happening with that 500 million. And of course, today, as we celebrate our independence, we have to include the Georgia Guidestones, right? We've got to include it. I mean, it's only like our giant tomb of the things that they have planned for us and what the world's supposed to be like and how we need to respect nature. And that ties in with global warming. I mean, this is just good stuff, right? Let's also not forget our Freemason friends, right? Our Freemason friends. And, well, of course, I always immediately think of the Denver airport, how they have a collage in there that's going to open up, our time capsule. I'd love to smash that thing with a sledgehammer pretty quick and see what's inside there, but it's probably filled with fetuses. Anyway, today, folks, you're free. Remember that. You're free. You got to wear a mask. You're going to need to be jabbed to enter anywhere, and you need to stay 6 feet apart. But you are free, and people will say, oh, come on, Klutz, this is what's going on right now in the world. We don't want to get sick from the boogeyman, the boogeyman infection that's out there. Come on, don't be, usually we are free. No, you've never been free. You see, the illusion of freedom is what this country was built on. This science experiment that we're all in. We're all those rats chasing the cheese in the wheel, looping around. You can jet your dreams. You could be big. You could be this. You could be that. Perfect example is my YouTube channel, right? 550,000 down to 40,000. Constantly having to do news, but that's because you're giving out misinfo. No, I'm not giving out any misinfo at all. I'm talking about signs and symbols. I don't even talk about medical info or anything like that. But point being is that this is a science experiment. It's not here for anyone to achieve any type of success. It is here to enslave you. It is here to make you willingly do the things that they want to force you to do. So instead of coming to your home with a taser and forcing you to do it, they use mind control, and we all willingly do it because we believe that this is a republic. We believe that we're free, roaming around making independent decisions. Meanwhile, those decisions that people are making are all influence decisions from their social engineering that they've been given, from the TV, from their celebrity heroes, and so on, and so on, and so on. So the science experiment known as America continues on here, and today we celebrate our Independence Day. We're independent from nothing. We're dependent, unfortunately. And you see that too with everything that happened with the one-niner, from the toilet paper shortage, everything else, how everybody is so dependent because when the plug gets pulled, Everyone's going to go crying to Big Brother to turn back the power so they can get back on their phones and post pictures of their dinners that they've cooked on their social media accounts because they're not prideful. They don't realize they've been engineered. People who post things constantly of themselves in the mirror, selfies. You haven't been engineered. You've been engineered. It's okay, though. You could break free from that bond. You could realize that it's happening. See, that's the hardest part of the awakening process. Is that even if everybody found out all the stuff that I talk about and not everyone else, but let's just say all the stuff I talk about, you guys talk about, say they found out it really was happening. Say Big Brother came out today and they were like, yep, we're Satanists, yep, and they showed you the ritual and all this stuff. These people wouldn't wake up still. They wouldn't just go, oh my gosh, you were right. Because they've created such a prideful human being in today's world that they would be convinced that what Big Brother was doing was the right thing for society, because they would refuse to accept that they've been wrong their whole lives. They would refuse to accept that we're right about what's actually happening because of their pride. And they would continue to fight for the system and defend the system and defend Big Brother. That's what's scariest about all this. And that is true. So people are like, when is everyone, what happens if they reveal all this stuff? They're still going to go along with it because they're going to tell them it's in their best interest. That's exactly what's happening with vampire facials, with blood transfusions of youngsters' blood. And they go, well, it's going to cure Alzheimer's. Those are the types of things they have to say to normalize all this. And these morons just believe it and believe it. And they get fed it like a little child eats baby food. And they want so desperately for it to keep happening. Even if they come out and they tell you they do this stuff with the youngsters and they do this stuff with worshiping Satan, they're all on board because they're going to go, it's in the best interests of our society. These people on the right are still dangerous, even though obviously you all know I'm not on the right or the left. I believe it's controlled. And that's why you're seeing so much division in America, of course, is because of this left-right divide they created. And that's why we all warned about it. And that's why we all warned about Q. And no one listened to a lot of us truthers who now, most of them aren't even on YouTube anymore because they've given up the fight here, but they've taken it elsewhere, which is perfectly fine. But we all warned about it. So this is America. This is freedom. This is the 4th of July, non-Independence Day, ladies and gentlemen. A system for the people, of the people. You can make it up, can you? And remember, when you're celebrating the 4th, always think of 1776 and the Beltane and the creation of the Illuminati, which we're told doesn't exist. It was disbanded. Yeah? Well, the people who laugh and make fun of us, they're like, tinfoil hat Illuminati. Yeah? Well, guess what? They even admit that it existed. So you're now just trusting on the fact that they disbanded. Yeah, so did the Freemasons and all these other things that were run out of all these other countries. Guess where it's all set up? The headquarters are right here in modern day Babylon, also known as America. I would remind everyone to check out the website at callfornuprising.com. Celebrate your non-independence by joining the website. It's $2.99 a month. It is well worth it. The forum itself is worth it. Hope to see you guys over there. I want to thank the Patreons. Because of you, it keeps me here on YouTube. So if you're not a Patreon, please consider becoming one. And please make sure you sub to my backup channel. One more strike here, and I got to upload there until the other strike on the other channel's gone. That's how this whole thing works. Unfortunately, I know you don't care. You don't have to care, but just make sure you sub. I want to thank everyone for being here. God bless all of you and your families.